Hey up everybody, Betty's back. Right, today I'm going to be making a soup. It's the sort of thing we need right now. A nice, quick, simple, but good for you soup. And it's a leek and sweet corn soup. So there isn't many ingredients, but I'll show you them and we'll get cracking. Okay, so we have about a litre of either chicken or vegetable stock. I'm using chicken stock as I haven't got any vegetable stock. You want some olive oil or spray oil. You want about 250 grams of sweet corn, whether that's frozen or fresh, whatever you like. I've got 3 leeks, which I'm going to chop up. I've got 4 spring onions just for garnish. It's supposed to be an onion. We've got no onions left, so I'm using a couple of shallots. And then I'm going to top it with the garlic and herb croutons. And that is it. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I've got my pan on, about a tablespoon of oil in there. You could use spray oil if you wanted to, but we haven't got any of that, I don't think, anymore. So that's just warmed up in there. So I've got to go in with our leeks, which I've just chopped. Didn't have to be mega fine, but quite finely. Quite a lot of leeks in it is. But that is in. And our onion or shallots, which is what I'm using, is going in there as well. And basically you're going to sweat these off for about 5 minutes or so until they've all softened up. So I'll come back in a second when we're at that stage. Right, so this has had a good 5 minutes. As you can see, nicely softened down. So I'm just going to add some salt and pepper into here. I like pepper, so I'm going to put plenty in. And a little bit of salt. That will do nicely. Give this stir around. So now we're going to go in with our sweet corn. There we go. This is frozen sweet corn. Silly me, went and bought another bag and we already had a bag in the freezer. But hey, I'm sure it'll come in handy on some other occasion. But saying that, we didn't use much. It was only about 250 grams, sorry, 120 grams, I think it was, of the sweet corn. So that's in. And next to go in is our stock. Let's give that a bit of a stir again. That's going to go in now. Oh, basically, not far off. A nice, simple, I've never had this soup before, so I'm quite curious to see what it looks like, what it tastes like, sorry, not what it looks like. Right, so we're going to bring that up to the boil and I'll come back to you when we're at that stage. Right, so that's starting to come up to the boil now, so I'm going to turn that down, slap the lid on, and we'll leave that for 15 minutes. Right, so that's had its 15 minutes. I've just turned it off. So there we go. That is there. That's everything cooked in there now. Oops, a bit of steam. I always forget about that. Right, so the next stage is I'm going to have to remove 3/4 of this and put it into a blender. Or if you haven't got a big blender, use a stick blender, but only don't make it so it's all completely smooth, unless you want it that way. But this recipe calls for part of it smooth and part of it with some chunks and stuff left in it. So I'll just transfer this over to the blender now. Okay, so I've removed 3/4 of that. I've blended it. I've saved you the trouble of listening to it in the blender, but I have blended it up. So, and there's some obviously left there. So it's part chunky and part smooth. So all we're going to do now is turn this back on, and we're going to bring that back up, so let it simmer for 5 minutes, and then we're about ready to serve. So I'll come back in a second. Right, so I've had that simmering away for about 5 minutes. As you can see, that's nicely thickened up. It's got a few chunky bits in there as well as it being smooth. So I'll serve this up, and it's triple tea time. Right, so there you have it. That is my sweet corn and leek soup, served with some garlic and herb croutons on the top and some spring onions. Right, it's definitely triple tea time now. Right, looking forward to this one. Never had this soup before, so let's give it a try. It's still going to be quite warm, so I'm just going to push some of these croutons to the side and give it a go. The consistency, it looks nice. Like I say, the part chunky, but mostly smooth. Let's just give it a taste. Oh wow. Oh, that's nice. The sweetness of them leeks, when you've sweated them off, really nice. And the shallots. Crunch of the sweet corn, you've still got a little few bits, strands of leeks there. Oh, that's good. I'm going to try it with a bit of a crouton and some of the spring onion as well, and get the full Monty. Just what we need when we're feeling a bit bleh, which we are at the minute. A nice, healthy, good for you soup. Absolutely spot on. Oh, and you've all seen how easy that is to make. I love making soups because they are really easy. So many variations that you can do. You can add anything to them. But that's a nice, quick, simple one. Very, very tasty. Get your seasoning right, you can't go wrong. Right, so sorry, I'm gonna leave you guys there. Thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for all your likes, all your subscriptions, all your lovely comments, and all your lovely recipe ideas. Keep your recipe ideas coming. We haven't had any for a while. Well, I haven't had any for a while. I've still got a list of them somewhere in one of my other books, but I'll have a check now. It's getting into autumn, winter, all the stews and soups and stuff. So anyway, I'll stop waffling, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye.